says something about keeping the van. So what's with the van? So have we still got the van?
No, we sold it.
No. I'm like, Gary, move on quick. I'm into this awkward feeling, alright? Would I be right in saying that Dad's passed, unfortunately? Straight away, bless him, he says, I'm okay. He says, I'm okay. He also showed me issues around the chest area too. And I felt like quite a heaviness around the heart, around the lungs. Do you understand this?
COPD.
And I keep hearing wife as well, wife. Because he says, it'd be really bad if I didn't mention my wife. I'm like, oh yeah, it would. I don't know if it was around 9 months with the ill health with him. It wasn't like a, do you know what the dartboard reference would be? Right, so if it's not to do, so do you understand why Gary would connect that?
Who would?
Gary.
That was his name.
That was his name, right, okay. So Spirit used my friend with reference, so they kept showing me the dartboard. My dad's obsessed with darts, so I thought it's either to do darts or the name of Gary. That's my dad's name. So that's how they'll kind of show me things like that. He's funny, he's walking around with fish and chips in his hands. And he's like, Dad, I've got my fish and chips. I'm like, okay. He's like, got my fish and chips, it's so good.
Every weekend.
Yeah, it was. He's like, hey, I'm having it today. I'm like, you're allowed, you're in heaven, you can do what you want. He's talking to me about the shed as well, though, and then he kept showing me the toolboxes. And there's not one, there's a few different boxes with his tools and stuff. Those red ones that would open out into like different compartments. He keeps showing like one of those metal ones. He says, I've been showing you the robins as well. And then he looks directly, I feel like he's been doing it for you both, but then he looks directly at you and says, my Robin. And he's kind of like, I'm not going to wink at you because I look a weirdo, but he's winking at you, he's like, mention my Robin. And do you ever have a tash as well? Because it looks good though, he says, I've done it myself now, it'll look good. And this is when your husband looks directly at you, he says, Mike, he says, tell my wife she's done enough. You know, it's still an adjustment today. And he says, know that I'm helping her adjust, Mike, I'm by her side. He says, tell her, saying thank you for everything that she gave me in this life, the care that she gave me, the way that she looked after me. He says, the way that they all looked after me, he says, you did an incredible job. He says, I'm so grateful. He says, you never once made me feel like a burden or a chore. He says, you made me feel comfortable, at home, at peace. He says, and for that, I'm very, very grateful. And would I be correct in saying that the cremation is with Dad, with your husband?
Yeah.
Did you bring any of his ashes with you?
Yeah.
He says, tell her she's got my ashes with him. That's a bit freaky not to say that in case you're like, well, he says, no, she's got my ashes with her. So whenever you hold on to it and you go like that, you will kiss it and tell him that you love him. He says, tell her I can hear him, Mike. He says, I'm ready at that exact moment. I don't know if we put his ashes into something that's more like glass as well. If that makes sense. He says something about keeping the van. So what's with the van? So have we still got the van?
No, we sold it.
I'm like, Gary, move on quick. I'm into this awkward feeling, alright? He called it a shed. So I don't know if there's things wrong with it or if it's tired and old. He's like, oh, it's buggered anyway. He says, this is me validating that I know what's happening with the van. I do feel like it was his pride and joy at one point though. I don't know if it was made into something different, it's like camper van or...
It was a converted camper van from a normal van.
Wow. But had to fix it, tweak it, there's something to messing with like the cushioning area, if that makes sense.
He altered it.
I says, well, you tell me it's alright, they've got rid of it. He says, I'll be bleeding on. And then who's driving that around now? Yeah. Before he's backing up there, I can breathe freely again. He says, I'm fine, I'm at peace. He says, I want them to remember me before COPD, I want them to remember me before any illnesses. I'm really focused more on those memories rather than how I was towards the end. It's not a choice, we don't choose to think of those times, but he says, when those memories creep in, he says, look back, you know, videos, pictures, all of that stuff. He says, me with me van. He loves that van, bless him. He's like, me with me van, I'm Tash, I'm like, right, okay. So remember him that way, because honestly, he's happy. He's happy there, he's at peace. You all gave him the most incredible life. He has no regrets, nothing of the sort. So please do keep his love. He's done an incredible job at Green.